All right. So I was guided to do a reading today, and I'm doing a reading that's called Owl's Advice. I felt the need to pull out some owl images from the oracle cards, which is Colette Baron-Reid's spirit animals and Stephen Farmer's animals as well. And both these owl energies are saying you can see clearly now, or you see clearly now, and pay attention to signs. And this energy is actually what I was talking about the other day with a close friend of mine about the coincidences and small little mishaps and all sorts of signs are happening in the details at the moment. And it's the details and the little things that are asking you to pay attention that's happening around you. Like if you're constantly sort of bumping into something and it's on your right shoulder keeps having to bump something, well, there's something to do with your masculine side and maybe something that you're carrying on your shoulders, a burden of some sort that needs to be looked at. Okay, that's just an example. So this reading, Owl's Advice, I started pulling the cards previous and I started recording it, but the neighbour's dog went off tap, and then all the dogs in the neighbourhood decided to join in. And so to me, that was like, stop what you're doing. Let's start again, because I can feel myself in this reading and I felt this was a collective reading. So I'm sharing this with you. Ultimately, it comes down to a creative being. Okay, so if you're connected with owls, or owls are showing up for you, or you maybe have a spirit guide as an owl, or there's owls around you, this is a sign for you to listen to these messages. This is a resonance. A creative spirit, someone with a creative spirit. Please excuse the barking dogs. This is what this reading feels like to me. A new creative adventure, something that you've been holding on to, that you've been treasuring, that you really want to step into, expand, and you feel really excited and magical about it. And it's quite fertile, so there's a lot of growth in this new adventure, and your enthusiasm for it is inspirational, and it's a quiet little spark at the moment, or it has been for quite some time. What's underneath this is beautiful, magical, the sun energy. So this is a special time for you, okay? However, there seems to be a lot of stop and start action happening. There's this, let's get this going, we're going to trial and error, and there is constantly trial and error energy, mistakes. You're making mistakes to learn from them, and you've come to that point of enough is enough. I desire to actually make more out of this because I'm ready to expand. However, and this is the expansion, I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to step into this fully divine masculine energy. I've got the strength. I've got the inner strength and the inner drive. I've got the determination. I'm feeling quite passionate, and I've got the deep wisdom that goes with it, that masculine energy of fortitude. And I know this is going to be a really powerful thing, okay? The boar energy, quite powerful, sturdy, a business adventure or what have you. But you're still feeling like this energy almost the stopping and starting, the making the mistakes, it's wearing thin and it's getting in your head. And you've constantly been thinking about all of the ways it went wrong rather than learning from that space and embracing it as lessons rather than self-judgments, because you're coming to an end of this cycle, okay, in order to start this fresh new cycle. And the old way that you may have done it in the past, which could have been quite pig-headed, okay, that's changing because it's not serving you anymore. So you're closing down a cycle. But often when we close a cycle, there's this last ditch attempt of throwing you off your course in order to keep you back in the loop again. And this is a reminder to let you know to completely surrender to the old and the past. You want to do something new, you want to step into this creative idea and make it something truly magical, then you really need to let go of that old patterning. And the huntsman energy here, this is justice. This is understanding the reciprocity that happens, the balance of everything. Please excuse the dogs. This is part of why I really want to do more of these YouTube readings, but haven't been able to do them because of the neighbours' dogs. And the neighbours' dogs bark at anything and everything. A wind blowing a leaf past the gate, which sets off my dog, who is senile and has dementia and is not long for this realm. And then it's like a wave of effect down the street. All the rest of the dogs go off. And so it's not an environment conducive to harmonious receiving of messages and opening of channels. And this energy here is telling me it's justice. It's saying, okay, we're going to do the right thing. And there is a new opportunity that's going to assist in this situation where we're going to focus on one thing and one thing only. And we're going to weigh up the odds. We're only going to take what we need. We're only going to do things when we need it. It's not about pushing or forcing or creating some sort of karma for yourself, okay? This is Dharma energy now. This is stepping into that level of understanding that wherever you go from now in your creative venture and pursuing your inspirations, that you do so purely from your heart space and from that space of, does this inspire me? Because my Dharma is bringing in peace, calm, abundance, joy, happiness, sometimes contentment. And sometimes contentment can also mean understanding the shadow aspects as well as the light aspects and walking that middle row, that middle line. So there's a turning point about to happen, and it is very abundant, and it's very grounded, it's very safe, it's very healing, and you're going to connect with this energy in a really, really grounded, lovely way. And there's a lot of expression here, be that singing, dancing, painting, drawing, writing, gardening, cooking, sewing, knitting, building, whatever that may be for you. There is a lot of beautiful creative energy with the hands, because it's very tangible. It's the material realm, and it does feel very successful. what you need to consider and put into place for your own highest good and well-being is creating a really beautiful, safe, protective, sacred space. When you connect in this creativity, the frequency and the static of the outside realm that you now know is a reflection of what's in here. And if you're feeling angst about, for me, I'm feeling angst and frustrated about the neighbor's dog, it's important for me to come back to my own calm and my own center, as it would be for you, and then to pull in my own, connect in, not pull in, connect in with my own sense of peace and calm. So doing my meditation practices, making sure I'm grounded and anchored, making sure my space is energetically safe and clean and clear. When I do that, whatever happens on the outside that wants to come in and intrude doesn't ruffle my feathers, doesn't ruffle your feathers. It keeps you in a space of containment that is neutral for you. And the interesting thing about this, the 9 of Spells is the 9 of Wands in the traditional tarot, and the 9 of Wands can be the wounded warrior. But in this deck, okay, so if we look at the wounded warrior, let's have a visual reference. The wounded warrior, or someone who's fought so many battles but has still the strength to keep on going one last time because this is it. I'm ready. I'm giving everything I've got. What's the bet? It's the last card. Here it is. Almost the last card. All right. So in this card, this dude, he's exhausted. He's got a bandage on his head. He's leaning into his wand, and he's had all these battles before, and he's looking over his shoulder going, oh my goodness, this is bloody exhausting, and I keep trying to find solutions to it, but I keep banging my head, and I'm feeling really frustrated and angry about it, and I'm getting all huffy and puffy, but at the same time, I realize that it's not serving me. It's wasting my energy. It's tiring me out. I'm mentally exhausted from it all, and I've had enough. So justice is stepping in. Okay, we're going to take this in a new way. We're going to look at things from a different perspective. We're going to embrace the messages, the subtle signs that our spirit is alluding to for you. And that is, protect yourself. Look after your own energy. Keep yourself sacred internally. This is also the energies of the year 2025, very hermit-like, number 9 energy. Go within, connect with your own light, because you have the power, you have the courage, you have the love, you have the determination, you have the creativity to keep going and to do it again. And because we're at the 9, this next step is the final step. That's what's going to bring you into, these 2 cards representing the same thing, bring you into success, okay? But look after yourself, protect yourself. And even though there's eyes, you may not be able to see that, but there's eyes lurking in the shadows on the outside realm, outside of you, you are safe. You can do this. You will do this. Okay? Keep going. Just pay attention to those little signs that you notice, and it may be something that you have a double take at, or it could be, again, Another example might be I hit my knuckle last week, and then I hit this knuckle 2 days ago. And so I burst a blood vessel. So there is a message here for me. I haven't looked it up yet, and I will. But this is on my left hand, on my index finger, my pointing finger. What is that subtle sign? So pay attention. The universe is delivering messages to you that you will notice and begin to notice, because it's time for you to step into great success creatively. Honor your creative space, honor your inner child and its creative expression. It's time. It's time. That is the message. I hope that helps. My name's Yasmin from Yasmin's Light Studio. If you'd like to book a reading, you can on my website, yasminslightstudio.com, www.yasminslightstudio.com. Have a beautiful day. Toodaloo.